Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. Here's a look at our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Monday, February 9th, 2015. We had a definite reversal day in NASDAQ, closing kind of near the lows, and I think we're going to see the indication of that here on the scans. The good news is that it's not on particularly heavy volume. You can see we hardly have any volume bumps here. Biggest volume was seen in Altera. That's got a downside RPS after being up on the day. A couple things to watch to the downside. Baidu's got a CPS to the downside, as does First Solar. We've got a contra candle setting up in EA. Alibaba's got an RPS to the upside. Unfortunately, it doesn't have quite that volume bump that we'd like to see. It hasn't had an up close versus its open in 8 sessions now. So still falling a little bit lower and coming into critical support just a little bit lower. Financials look terrible. As you can see, we've got a lot of RPSs to the downside. I expect these things to be soft on Monday. We've got a volume bump in Bank of America and also in the CME to go along with that. Really close here in MetLife and Morgan Stanley to a volume bump as well. The only thing that one standout, the one that was pretty strong today, was JP Morgan that we did play along earlier today. As far as the energy names go, they're pretty weak today. A bunch of contra candles and some CPSs to the downside, even though the energy prices were higher. Oil closed up about $1.50, around $52. But a lot of these things wound up closing below their opens, kind of succumbing to the downward pressure in the overall market as well. Market general is not as bad as you might expect with the scans. We're only down about 4 or 5 candles on the ES, but that does erase those bigger gains that we did have this morning. Verizon's got a downside RPS plus a volume bump, so that's going to be the one to really feature for Monday. Housing names kind of paired off here. We do have an upside CPS in NVR and Hovnanian, but they're both on very, very light volume. American Airlines, the airlines are still pretty weak. AAL has a downside CPS, so keep an eye on that group for sure. And finally, the commodities, mostly sloppy, especially the precious metals names. Gold is down about $27 today, so we've got some significant pressure on the mining stocks. So keep an eye on those for next week. They're definitely in play. Newmont did close above the open by a little bit, so that's kind of got a sneaky little buy signal to potentially play with. All right, folks. As always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight. Hope you have a good weekend.